Hi, I'm Debbie Chronister as the Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card using the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set and a unique fold. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll be using, all the measurements will be on my blog, which is stampwithdeb.com, and you can go there and get the exact measurement. But I'll be starting with a piece of Bumblebee, which I have embossed with the Painted Textures embossing folder. And it's cut at 8 inches by 5 1/4. And this is going to be the main thing that we're going to use. I have a piece of the designer series paper from the Bumblebee, from Butterfly Bayou. And I've cut it at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And I'm going to cut from corner to corner. And that's going to create my flap. And then I'm going to score this, each one of these, along this edge at 1/2 inch. Let's move that cutting blade out of the way and score it. And the same thing on this one, on the longest side, I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold these over. And I'm going to trim off this section here, just right along the edge there on both ends. That's kind of awkward to do. And then on this one also. Okay, this is going to get adhered to the back of this card. So this is the front, this will be the back. And it's going to come over to the front. I'm just going to line this up on the edges there. And fold that over. And then the same thing on this one. I'm just going to put the adhesive along that 1/2 inch strip. And just, so I've adhered it to the back of this card. Now, that's ugly, huh? So we don't want that to show. So I'm going to attach that to a piece of basic black, which is cut at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, which is right here. Just like that. Okay, now we have our basic card here, just like that. All right, then I have a piece of 2 1/2, which if you're using a 6 by 6, this piece is what's left over. So this is 2 1/2 by 4. You'll have to cut it down to the 4 inches. But this is going to go onto my basic black here, which is cut at 2, this is 2 1/2, then this would be like 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. How about that? Okay, then this is going to get attached to this top section, but I want to make sure that it lines up. So you want to line up these corners there, and I'm going to put a little pencil mark because I'm going to put adhesive on here, and I want to know where my line is up there that I can't go above. And I want to put quite a bit on here because I want it to stay on that one above. So I'm just going to come back and line that up now. And there is my card, which flaps open, comes open again. I should have a piece of Whisper White here. I do not. Okay, so we're going to take our butterfly Oops, and he's going to go on the front. So I am going to stamp. I should have done that before. And I'm going to stamp right on the paper, which we don't usually do very often. Found my piece of Worcester white. Okay, so, and this stamp, for some reason, I cannot stamp straight. I don't know why, but I never can stamp it straight. So I'm going to stamp it crooked because I know that about this one. So I'm just going to stamp it right across this corner, and it looks like it's intentional. Okay, and then my butterfly is just going to, I'm going to bend his wings up a little bit because I want him to look like he's flying off the page. And I'm going to put some adhesive. I'm going to use liquid glue for this, right down the middle here where he is going to be attached. Maybe I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay. And he's just going to go right on the front of there, looking like he's flying away. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of, just a couple of the opal rounds right on the butterfly. These just a couple right up there, just to give it a little bling. Okay, and then we have a piece to go in the center here. And so I am going to stamp a greeting, and this comes from Happy Thoughts. Just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. And I'm going to stamp that on my Whisper White. Now this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5, because remember the inside of your card is smaller. Oops, no, nope, I'm not going to fight it. We're just going to get another adhesive. I should have checked this to make sure it was the right size before I put my glue on, right? It is. And there we are. And that's my card. Thank you very much for watching today.